a box. Fortunately and unfortunately, we only have 2 fish in here. I offer somewhat of a service. I call it fish brokerage, or being kind of like a fish broker, where I facilitate between the sale between a seller and a buyer. And a lot of times, to get specialty types of bettas or fish or whatever, we'll always have to go international, so like to Indonesia or Thailand and things like that. And the use of transshippers are kind of confusing sometimes, and if you're in Hawaii, you also need a state import permit, which also can be confusing. What I do a lot of times is I try to help people get what they're looking for, because a lot of times LFSs here or local fish shops or stores, they don't have specialty type of bettas. There's one store here that has it, but not many actually have those types of bettas. So I help to use my connections in Indonesia and Thailand and US mainland, and I assist in, bringing these fish in and then having them resold. Kind of like just being a fish store where you order fish and you resell it. It's the same thing. The difference is you're only getting individual fishes, which can obviously cost more. Let's get to it. Let's open this box and let's see what's inside. All right, so I'm gonna open it here. And also the reason why I'm recording this is because a lot of times sellers require you to make a video of you opening the box and taking out the fish from the box to see if the fish in fact arrived dead or arrived sick or whatever the case may be. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna open the box. So this is awesome. We have a heat pack here and some styrofoam for installation. And here's the one. Here's what we've been waiting for. So my customer was looking for a super red Plakat Betta, so very specific, but he also wanted a female. So I reached out to my contacts. I was able to get a pair or find a pair from the same seller, which is great because it saves on shipping and stuff. And here's one here. I don't see the box wet or anything like that. The transshipper I did use was Tucky's. Obviously, that's pretty much the only one transshipper I do use. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, this is a beautiful. I was worried about the female because I couldn't get pictures of the female because it was kind of, I trusted this seller a lot. And look at this female. Look at that beautiful super red female. Amazing. Wow. Okay, so this makes me absolutely super happy when I can get my customers what they want and what they're looking for. And this is an absolute beautiful female. Look at this packing, by the way. This packing is just superb. So I'm looking for the male. Hopefully he's in here somewhere. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh, so pretty. Nicely wrapped like a present. I wish this was my fish. Please be good. Oh, wow. Are you serious? Look at that beauty. Look at that. Wow. Straight in from the package. Beautiful super red Plakat male. There should not be anything else in this box, but I'll check it later, just in case. I always hope for surprises, good surprises. So we have our super red female here and a super red male, both in excellent condition. So let's go ahead and open this so we can get a better look at this fish. Perfect. As you can see, it's double bagged, which is awesome, like so we don't hurt the fish. And that's one bag down. So here's the top view of the fish. Super nice. The color is going to be somewhat a little dull, but that's because of shipping and stress. Look at that. Beautiful super red female. Beautiful. These are quality fish, really good fish. All right, so now for the male. That's the top view. Super nice male. And if you're wondering why the water is yellow, It's simply because that is an antibacterial solution that they use during shipping. So if the fish do get sick, they don't get any type of infection or anything like that. Beautiful fish. Look at that. Super red male. Super nice. Wow. Amazing. I have about 4 more fishes coming in for the same customer. No, 3 more fishes coming in for the same customer. But that's from a different seller in Indonesia. And again, I'm going to use Tucky as the transshipper. So if you want to request something or a specific fish, Dumbo ear, plakat, or maybe you want super Dumbo ear plakat, you know, I do have a lot of connections in Indonesia and Thailand that I can reach out to see if they carry the fish. The only problem, and I'm going to say this clearly now, is that it's very expensive to broker a fish. So a lot of times, you know, your local fish shop will order hundreds of fish at once, and then they can get it at a very discounted rate. So they can give it and sell it to the buyer at whatever price is good for the local fish shop. Big box stores get it like less than $1, probably $1 a fish. So they don't care if the fish dies. They put them in cups. They don't care. For me though, when you have a special order fish like this, I need to make sure that everything is good because the customer is expecting their fish. If you're willing to spend the money, great. These are live animals though, so you're taking a big risk, right? Let me just take you through the quick process here. If I reach out to a seller in Indonesia and they sell me a fish for $10, am I paying $10 for that fish? Absolutely not. So just as an example, a $10 fish in Indonesia landed here, these 2 fish here landed would be, if just one fish would be at least $60 to $63. And that's because Indonesia has to pay their transshipper, so that cost gets passed on to you. So I'm not paying $10 for the fish. I'm actually paying a little over $20 for the fish. Then they have to ship that fish over to a transshipper in the US that has a federal import license. And that transshipper in the US I use is Tucky, and she charges fees. And after you pay those fees, she would ship the fish to me, and you know that there's a shipping cost to that too. So you add the fees for the transshipper, you add the fees for the US transshipper, you add the fees for PayPal, you add the fees for the fee, you get the fee fum fee, you got the broker fee, you got all kind of fees, and it can just confuse a lot of people on what to do, right? So a broker just makes it easier for you to get what you want. Yeah, you're gonna pay a lot more, but it's specific to getting what you want, and that's the key. If you go to a local fish store and you see what you like, great, get it. But if you want something special, something specific, something show quality, you pretty much gotta go outside. You pretty much gotta go international, like Indonesia, Thailand, or wherever, and then have it shipped in. And a lot of those don't ship direct because they don't have an export permit. So they use a transshipper, and if they use a transshipper, the transshippers will ship to another transshipper. And so a lot of times when you buy one-offs like these fishes here, they can get a little bit expensive, but it's worth it. I mean, look at this. It's definitely worth it. I mean, I think, you know, look at these. They're almost perfect. The only way these fish are not perfect is if now I mess up, right? I will acclimate the fish. I'll make sure that they're processed correctly and that they're quarantined correctly. I'm gonna wait for his other fish to come in before I give him all his fish. And so it's up to me to make sure that these fish are nice and healthy for the customer. And that's the most important thing. Not only that the customer be happy, but most importantly, that these fish are healthy. And right now they're swimming in a lot of ammonia, and I'm talking to you guys. So I'm going to detoxify the water. I'm gonna get them temperature acclimated. I'm gonna get them in good tanks and into a good home or whatever you wanna call it. And yeah, that's it. That's it for this video. So if you had any questions about brokerage, fish brokers, or whatever you wanna call them, I do it for Hawaii. I don't know if it would make sense for me to do it for anybody in the mainland because, you know, I don't know how I would be able to accomplish something like that. But if you're in Hawaii and you're looking for something, I can help you with it. Other than that, You know, if you like this video, hit the like button as always, and hit subscribe if you want to see more of things like this. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to catch you in the next one.